Why don't we talk about how, for some reason, the Apple versus Epic App Store case has now dragged Valve into the fray? Um, Apple subpoenaed, and this was a couple weeks ago, I think, a large amount of highly sensitive private data from Valve's Steam store to help in its defense against the antitrust lawsuit from Epic Games. The request, which for some reason the judge granted. Have you
Didn't
seen
know.
this yet?
I've heard about this, but I just assumed like, oh, it's gonna get shot down.
The judge
Wow.
granted this. It includes historical sales, pricing, and other information on 436 games hosted on Steam. How does this make any sense? Valve's lawyers argued that the judge should reject the subpoena, saying the company doesn't usually produce reports like these. Also, that the requested data is already publicly available or includes third-party information that belongs to game developers anyway. And also, they said Valve is run by a small team and this would require it to dedicate multiple employees working full-time on this project.
Okay,
Furthermore,
that part, QQ Valve, like get over it.
well,
Oh my
you know
goodness.
what? I don't even blame them. This is okay. So here's the thing. I don't mind spending resources on something. Like, let's say, for example, Linus Media Group were to get audited, right? I understand that audits happen and you're going to have to dedicate some resources to fulfilling the requirements to complete the audit. Sure. Where I get really frustrated is when stuff happens completely unnecessarily. So if through someone's just utter carelessness, they manage to do something that is like basically a guaranteed audit trigger, and now we have to put a bunch of resources behind it. Even if it was half the amount of resources of the reasonable audit, I am 5 times more angry.
Oh yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? It's like when someone...
My only reason why I said like QQ Valve is because yeah, they are a small team. They also rake in astronomical amounts of money
Yeah, they don't
and
need to
just
be a
like
small team.
refuse to do like almost any work ever because they're just like, we don't need to, so who cares? So it's like, oh whatever, you finally have to do something. Like shut up.
Okay,
I don't know, but
that's
like
fair.
I do, if I worked at Valve and I had to task the people, I would be pissed, and I think rightfully so. But I just don't care that person is upset because like whatever, like that's fine.
It's hard for me to have a ton of sympathy for Valve, to be clear,
Exactly. Yeah, yeah.
but
It is a
I'm...
stupid situation. They shouldn't have to do it.
No,
I'm
they shouldn't have
amazed
to
that
do
the
it.
judge approved this. No one
Yeah.
should have to do this. I didn't even think they were super involved in this. I, it's weird.
It's just mind-blowing to me that the judge granted this, because Valve made an excellent point that their data has nothing to do with
Yeah,
app stores and mobile games, and just Valve has literally nothing to do with that. So yes, it is technically a marketplace where you can it's a closed ecosystem, and Valve does have a similar model to Apple, but I think Apple's request is overreaching at best. The Law 360 report, this is great, quotes Judge Hickson saying to Valve's counsel, "It's my understanding, for lack of a better word, Apple has salted the earth with subpoenas. So don't worry, it's not just you." That's not really a good reason to grant like
no, it's really
both
not. That's a good reason to
subpoenas.
deny it, I think.
Exactly. Like, why are you wasting everyone's time instead of just negotiating with your developers in a way that everyone can agree is fair? Or at the very
Yeah,
least, everyone can agree is not fair. Because right now, it's whatever Apple agrees is fair, and everyone else's opinion pretty much doesn't matter.
yeah.
Fun, just, bonus fact related to this one. Epic is apparently attempting to locate former iOS chief Scott Forstall to testify. After asking Apple for specific information about how to reach Forstall, Epic was provided a P.O. box and a Twitter handle, according to court documents.
What?
That's pretty much the equivalent of handing them a phone book and being like, you go figure it out. I kind of love it, though, actually. I love the sassiness.